Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to what I hope is the first of many videos that I'm going to make here at the Atelier. Um, I've got the wrong lighting. It's just a lamp. I've got a webcam, and not a proper camera. I'm waiting on my rubber mat to get here. My last one ended up, the corner came off. I was cutting. And it's only self-repairable for so long, so that should be here soon. But I'm getting it together, and I want to get started with this so that we can start to have some fun together. Now, I just want to talk about a few things. This is just a current project I'm working on. Look at my old desktop. I gotta love it, eh? I'm new to this working on camera, and I'm certainly going to be new to the uh, live chat and journaling and so on. My channel is very small. I love the fact that there are amazing artists on YouTube, journalers, so many of them, and I'll start to put links in my description if I remember to. There's so many, I'm sure most of you have seen them. We all have ones that we like watching more than others, but I watch lots of videos through my day. My job allows me to have something going on in the background. And I love those videos that these beautiful artists put out. So I have to warn you, I'm not a professional artist. I've been an artist all my life, and at times I have been a professional artist and sold my work and things like that. I haven't sold any work now for a couple of years. I haven't done anything. I've been working on some other things and things in my personal life and my family and so on. But I love making art. I love doing beautiful things. I love doodling. I love collage. I love multimedia. I love drawing. I love watercoloring. I love anything that has to do with art. I absolutely love it. And so this is what this channel is about. It's about creating. It's about having fun. It's about getting the endorphins going. It's about releasing tension and pressure and stress and anxiety, because there are now articles being released one after the other about how creativity releases us from anxiety and depression and things like that. So that's what this channel is going to be all about. I'm sorry for the delay this month. I was really hoping I could start at the beginning of the year to really move forward with this, but I wanted to make sure I got other things out of the way so that I could devote a fair bit of time to this channel. Now, again, I'm warning you, this is just me puttering around, creating things, and so on. I'll be doing various things for my own journals. We'll be doing some journal pages together. I'll be making some ephemera for some of the journals that I do make and will be selling. I'll be doing a video on one of them very soon. It's just in its, there's maybe another hour of work on it. This is what it looks like. It's a really beautiful journal. I'm going to have to get used to the camera. Sorry, guys. I left it nice and plain on the outside, but it's an absolutely gorgeous journal throughout. And it's nice and chunky. It's going to be absolutely beautiful once I get all the ephemera placed and so on. So that'll be going up on Etsy pretty soon. Pretty soon. But there was a couple of things I wanted to just chat about tonight. Don't ever throw away the innards of a book you're altering, because they make great glue pages. If you take your Mod Podge or your glue, just your regular glue, and you um, put them between two heavy books, and you paint the end of them with the glue and let it dry thoroughly, it creates a pad of paper where you can tear off a sheet at a time. Great glue paper, though. Absolutely fantastic. This is an envelope, an ephemera, well, a page I'm making for one of the journals I'm doing now. This page is an actual school work from the Canadian school system. It's geography, I believe, and it's from the early 40s. So that's going to be the backdrop of some work in the new journal that I'm making and so on. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I ended up getting caught in an endless loop of storage things for my pictures and stuff I add and background pages and so on. It's one after the other of these containers, folders, envelopes, and so on. And yet I can find, everything that I want to remember where it is and stuff like that. But oh boy, it can get crowded, and then piles of little things you want to remember to use. Wow, it just gets crazy. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about really quickly, somebody was asking me about magazine journals. This is a magazine somebody gifted me a few years back. It's nice, sturdy paper and so on. But a magazine journal, you just prepare it by taking certain pages out and painting over the bits and pieces that you don't want on certain pages. And I've been working in this one a little bit, putting some stuff together, but you paint over where the pictures that you don't want or the writing you don't want. And I've begun to use this one as a sayings book. I got a coloring book from my daughter a few years ago that has all these wonderful pages, and they're sayings. They're a quote and then some pictures and so on. So I've been moving them into this book and colorizing them and adding collage to them and things like that. So it's the way I use this magazine journal. I love the feel of a magazine journal because it's thick and chunky, and you can make it as chunky as you want. And you just blank out the parts you don't want in your book. There was another couple of pages I had been working on. Sorry, I do that when I Mod Podge a page because sometimes they stick together, Where was it? There it is. Nope, that's not the one. Anyway, doesn't matter. Magazines, you can line the spine with a nice strong duct tape. That works really well. But they're fun places to just play, have fun. If you make a mistake, just paste something over it or paste two pages together. But it doesn't have to be any big deal. It's just another place for you to play and have some fun. And then the third thing I wanted to mention, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Third thing is a journal like this. Somebody was asking me what my favorite personal journal is. Now I currently have 3 journals going. One is my very personal writing, and it's just, oh, I love this one. It's one of those books. And when I'm pensive or need to write some feelings out, this is the book I do it in. And I have my day-to-day kind of Hobonichi kind of diary sort of thing that I've shown you guys before. It's in the this one. It's in the Miguel Ruiz book, and I love these books. I use them and use them and use them like crazy. But this one I got from eBay, from a leather journal maker in eBay, and they are made of very, very good signatures, beautiful, chunky paper, no lines. It's just white, well, kind of an off-white. But what I did so that I could accommodate, I have this journal all about the tiny home I want. This is a little journal about the tiny home that I eventually want. And so I removed one of the signatures from the book. There were 4 of them in there. Sorry, I'm going to mess with the camera until I get used to it, folks, so please be patient with me. But there were 4 nice, big, chunky signatures of paper in here. So I removed one, and I'm using it for another project. But that allows me to slip in that extra little journal that I wanted to include. Now this one is, I share a birth date with Marilyn Monroe. So she's been kind of with me for a while. But this one is all about feelings and things and a lot of pictures. And each of these pictures is glued in over something that I wrote that was personal, and I got it down. I can let it go. That's what this lovely, wonderful, leathery journal is all about, and I love it. I do everything in here as far as, doodling, drawing, painting, whatever. Um, and it's all just contained in this cover. And when I'm done with the signatures here, I'll just make more signatures and use the holes and sew them in myself, because that's not difficult to do. We do that with many journalers make their own journals and signatures and so on. You can find all kinds of YouTube videos about how to make signatures and how to make journals and sew them in and so on. And this already gives me all the holes, and I'll just use a nice strong, either a crude hemp or maybe some kind of embroidery cotton or something. But this is my drag around journal as far as I'm concerned. That is one of my favorite journals. So that, and there's so many others, but we'll get to them over time, and I'll show you as many as I'm able to. There's so many going on at once for me. So basically what this channel is going to be about is just playing. I hope that at some point there'll be enough people to do some live chats, and we'll be able to journal pages together, things like that. As far as anything you would like to see as far as a journal page, or even writing things, because this channel is about writing as well. So if there's anything you'd like to see or anything you'd like me to show you or do or try or whatever, I'm happy to do so. Happy to do so. These are current things I'm working on, some ephemera things and so on. Oh, I got to tell you guys about one more thing before I let you go tonight. I'm only at 12 minutes. I was using Mod Podge to. There's this technique, and I'll actually, sorry, I keep hitting the mic. I'll actually do one on camera in the next few days, where you take napkins. These are just plain old napkins, and you peel away the bottom layers, and then you Mod Podge them onto other things. And when you do it over a book page, or this one is music notes in the background and so on, you get this gorgeous effect of stuff coming through. They become transparent, and it's just a wonderful effect. And I was using the mod the other night, and I got kind of tired of how tacky it can feel for a long time after, hence the wax paper between the layers. So, for the heck of it, I tried, and you have to work very quickly with this. Well, quicker than Mod, because Mod you can tend to move or lift or whatever for a while. But instead, I reached for my Elmer's Clear liquid glue. I love this stuff, by the way. It is absolutely amazing. I will always have a bottle here on my desk. I use it for almost everything. There's a couple things I use crazy glue for, a couple things I use stick glue. Sometimes I use rubber cement and so on. It just depends on what I'm working on. But this stuff is amazing. So I put some down, laid the paper down, and then brushed on a coat over top, and it gave me a beautiful semi-matte, semi-shiny surface with no tackiness at all. It's actually dry, and I love it. So there's going to be a lot of times where I'll be using, and this was $2 at the dollar store. So I love this stuff, and Elmer's I've used for years. My stick glue is also Elmer's. So I just love it. I couldn't believe how it turned out. Yeah, you have to be careful where you lay things down, because they're hard to lift once, like especially the napkin. It's very thick and gluey. So, but it works as a cover. There's zero tackiness to it. So it works great. Okay, I've gone way over time. This is 14 minutes of nonsense. I hope you come along and join me and have some fun. I'm going to be doing all kinds of things, but it's going to take me a while to get used to doing this under a camera, drawing or collaging or whatever, but I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to do what I can, and hopefully we'll have fun together, because that's what this channel is all about. So until next time, I hope you have a fantastic week ahead. Bye.